going to be very quiet.
Hopefully.
We just have, oh, do you like the wood? Because it matches this for the wood of the chair. Navy leather. Does this work now?
Get to your seat.
20 seconds till 7:01.
We started. Find that man. Can we do that?
Good evening, everyone. The time is 7 p.m. I'd like to call to order our October 11th Trophy Club Town Council meeting. We do have a quorum with all 5 council members present this evening. I'd like to start with our invocation led by ordained Minister Gary Cochran, who is also our Deputy Fire Chief. Please stand.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening asking for your blessing. I want to thank you for everyone who is present tonight. You have blessed the Town of Trophy Club with a mayor, council, and town staff who are supportive and who seek the welfare of our community. Thank you for watching over and protecting our first responders as they protect our citizens and our community. We thank you for being with us here tonight and challenge all of us to work together and encourage each other through this meeting. Help us be united in making those good possible decisions, and we give you thanks and praise. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Our pledges will be led by Councilman Chopra.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
On to public comments. This is an opportunity for citizens to address the council on any matter. The council is not permitted to discuss or take action on any presentations made. Presentations are limited to matters over which the council has authority. Speakers have up to 4 minutes or the time limit determined by the presiding officer. Each speaker must have submitted their request to speak by completing the speaker's form, or you may also email mayor and council@trophyclub.org. We do have a speaker this evening. Ms. Olson, if you'd like to come to the podium and just state your name and address.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Olson, and I have presented something to all of the council and the mayors in advance. So my opinions on this situation I'm going to bring up is
Don't forget
not.
to say your address.
Oh, I need my address. 340 Inverness Drive.
Thank you.
Thank you. But my opinion on this matter is not something that is probably questioned by this panel. What I am asking is I'm asking for some type of hearing that the town would have for public comments regarding a new system that is going to be installed by our police department. It's called the Flock Safety System. And from my research, it looks like all input and conversation about this took place in June and July, specifically July 27th, without public comment. Summer is typically a pretty quiet time for families because they're on vacation and they're not attending city council meetings. This system that the town wants to put in, I believe, is very intrusive. I think it's a violation of our privacy. It's a license plate reader camera that is going to be placed at every single entrance and exit in Trophy Club. So what that means is every time you leave and come back, the police department will have a record of that. And I've looked into the system. The system's being used in other places where they've got a lot of narcotic problems, where they've got, car thefts, things like that, but they're not using that in a city like Trophy Club, where the entire town is closed off with 8 streets. These 8 cameras are going to enclose the entire town of Trophy Club. If you're going to run it through Colleyville on Highway 26, you're just passing through. But this system is going to have the mechanism to run reports on how many times you come and go every single day in Trophy Club. I think it's a way to be very much abused, either by, not everyone's great, but internally it could be abused. But also with further research, the flock system is going to be accessible to all users of the flock system. So if you use this in Cobb County, Georgia, then you're going to have access to Trophy Club's footage. The other thing I want to mention is I have talked to the police department a little bit about this and my concerns, because I think it's a huge violation of our civil liberties. This is Big Brother. I have seen people have said many comments like this when it was just recently announced in Trophy Club. But what was presented to you guys says by Chief Arata was the flock program. It says your partner in eliminating crime. And there's a picture that shows the back of a license plate. And the police keep saying, well, it's not, we're not seeing your face. It's only the back of the car. We're not monitoring. It's only for stolen vehicles. It's only for Amber Alert. It's only for, missing people, whatever. But what this flag or what this camera picks up and what Flock is promoting is it says plate number, make, this one is a Chevrolet, color, white, last visit, 3:15 p.m., seen 3 of the last 30 days, and then it says resident, no. And my problem with this is this system is monitoring your residents, and you really need the public, your residents' input on this, because I've had situations where, there's some bad apples, and they have used internal intelligence to try to work against me. And that includes the police department. It's been handled, but that happened as well. And if someone I knew that had access to this that wanted to try to hurt me or damage me, this would be a great tool to do it. And so what I'm asking for is for you guys to publicly acknowledge the system to everyone, because you guys did not announce this. You guys did not promote it. We had National Night Out, and all the police came out. We talked about the pus caterpillar.
You're going to be wrapping up in just a few seconds, please.
We talked about the pus caterpillar. We never mentioned the flock safety system, and the very next day this went out, and we weren't able to talk to our police in person about it on National Night Out. So I'm asking for a public meeting that you guys promote and get public involvement.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you being here this evening and speaking. Announcements and reports. We have our business spotlight. Mr. Carroll, do you want to
No,
wait?
go ahead. Business spotlight
Okay. Well, you know why, because they brought pizza.
That's right.
So. Ms. Dakota Marie Prince is the manager of Marco's Pizza. It's also National Pizza Month, right? Yeah. So an appropriate time. And who did you bring with you?
I brought my assistant manager, Clayton.
Hi, Clayton. How are you?
Good, how are you?
You want to tell us about Marco's?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to start off by my name. My name is Dakota Prince. I'm the general manager at Marco's Pizza Trip Club. I've been working here for about 2.5 years. So I started as a driver, and then I moved up to a GM. I've been a GM for about 5 months now. It's going pretty well.
My name's Clayton Ullman. I've been at Marco's about 3 years now. I started off as an insider, and I became assistant manager right at the same time as Dakota about 5 months ago. And it is also, I think, pretty good for us.
Well, congratulations, you two.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to start by saying just about the fundraisers we've been starting up the past 5 months. So we do a lot with the Byron Nelson High School because we're so close. We also do with Medlin. I mean, it's probably about a weekly thing that we deliver about 65 pizzas to them. So we're very involved with the school system and helping out any band practices, or if they need pizza, we're always there. We're very involved with the businesses also around. I know I've delivered here a couple times myself. So we're very open with fundraising, anything like that as well.
And then we also do a lot for also the elementary schools. We'd give good discounts to any school, a lot of businesses if they do, bigger orders. Any business really. Done Walmart, I think. We've done even out towards the Martin Brown, the shipping area of like more Roanoke. So we do just try to help out, community. I live here, so, I feel, connecting. It's always nice to help out any way I can, especially with the schools.
Absolutely. We also,
We're open from Sunday through Thursday. It is 11 o'clock to 10. We stop taking orders at 9:30. We do have a lot of 16, 17-year-olds, so we want to try to get them home. We don't want anybody out too late. And then Fridays, Saturdays, it is 11 to 11. It's once again, we just want to try to get everybody home. Obviously, if we can stay open longer, cater to people just getting home late after a football game on a Friday night a lot more. But we do want to try to make sure we're getting our kids home, especially the 16-year-olds. And, if they have a ride or something they need to get.
And it's not just pizza. There's awesome salads.
Yes.
And
so we have amazing pizzas like the deluxe. We also have pizza bowls as well. So we can get a deluxe pizza bowl. You can get a garden pizza bowl, like if you don't want that bread. We also have subs, which are amazing. I could eat a sub like every day at work. Salads, we have amazing brownies as well, and cinnamon squares. And we have thin crust. We have gluten-free crust. So there's so many options you can get. And we've seen a lot throughout the past months. It's not just pizza we're selling. We're having an abundance of salads and subs, which is also amazing. Our probably top seller is also pepperoni, but I always go for the pepperoni magnifico. That one's my absolute favorite. We actually brought 3 of the top pizzas today, so y'all can try it out. We brought the deluxe, the all meat, which is amazing as well, and then we also brought the PMAG, which is the pepperoni magnifico.
We also do have wings, boneless and bone-in. The boneless is my kind of, I can eat that every day. And this weekend especially, we had a lot of wings, so that's also very popular, especially, game days and stuff. I think a lot of people like watching, their sports teams and eating wings along with their pizza and stuff.
well, I know on the community side, just working with the schools and PTA and the various sports teams, that you guys have always jumped in whenever we've asked for your help for teacher appreciation or fundraising, even our Campaign for Kindness Month, your location for our yellow mailbox. So throughout the years, you guys have always jumped in to help out and to work with our students and our teachers for all of our schools and, like you said, our local businesses. So we certainly appreciate all of that, because you really truly are part of this community. You really are, and that's very evident since you've opened. And you are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10. Get your orders in by 9:30, and then Friday and Saturday, 11 to 11. Not just pizza, bone-in, boneless wings, salads, sandwiches, cinnamon squares, brownies. Did I hit everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
lots of healthy options as well, gluten-free, and also your pizza bowls. So is that like a salad with the pizza toppings, or
So
what's a
what
pizza bowl?
it is, it's sauce, and then we put cheese, and then any of the toppings that you want. So there's actually, it says a bowl. It's not in a shape of bowl, but there's no bread or anything like that, no lettuce or anything.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
funny.
pizza sauce and all the toppings.
So what my mom used to do growing up, she would scrape the cheese, the toppings off the pizza and eat that. So she would have loved your pizza bowl, and she wouldn't eat the crust. So for nostalgic sake, I might have to go try one of your pizza bowls. But thank you guys for coming tonight, and thank you for bringing pizza. And congratulations to you two for sticking with it and getting promoted and taking on bigger roles and responsibilities. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
And we're happy to have you in Trophy Club.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Or just will cancel.
Do you want some pizza? You have to eat it while it's hot. Maybe while Wade's talking, we can eat pizza.
There you go.
Okay, update on community cleanup, Mr. Carroll.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight we have 2 great city events that are very popular coming up that I'd like to talk about. One is the community cleanup that has a new event location. So we're going to be at Byron Nelson High School this next Saturday.
New old location?
A new old location, that's right. And we are also adding 2 additional hours. So we're going to have a 4-hour stint that we'll be out there collecting instead of just 2 hours. So we hope to see a lot more residents and be able to aid a lot more residents, along with alleviating any of the traffic problems that we've had in the past here at Town Hall. So we're excited. We're going to do that between 8 and 12 p.m. this coming Saturday at Byron Nelson High School. Staff is already working on a traffic plan, and we'll get that published out later on this week. So we're excited about that community cleanup, and we know it's very popular with our residents. So I think the new location and the extra 2 hours is going to make a huge difference and make it a big success.
Well, thanks to you and staff for listening to all of our citizens. I know there were several concerns about the last event. And so I think it's great that we're allowed back at Byron, and the extra 2 hours give people more time, and obviously a lot better for traffic, because here at Town Hall, there's just so much other stuff going on, and we had voting going on as well. So we won't have all those issues. But thank you guys for fixing that so quickly. So this Saturday's event will be much better, and that's from 8 to 12 at Byron Nelson High School for community cleanup. Information will be on the website. It will tell you all the things you can drop off: batteries, paint.
Yes, you can drop off paint. If it's a water-based paint, then you can always just take the lid off your paint cans and let them dry out, and then you can throw them in the trash. You don't have to turn them into us. But if it's oil-based paint, obviously that you'd want to come turn them in. The paint trucks always fill up first, and most of the time it's latex paint, so it's water-based paint that you don't really have to give to a biohazard
Okay.
business.
And if it's not dried out, I heard you
materials.
put kitty litter in the paint, and that dries.
You can do that. They also sell little packets that help dry it out at Home Depot. I think they're 99 cents a packet. They're cheap and easy to purchase, and only takes about a week or so in your garage to dry out the paint, and you can throw it in the garbage.
Okay, well, that truck fills up first, so if you have paint, you better get there early.
That's correct.
And then check the website for all the other stuff you can drop off.
That's right. We'll have message boards out the day of. We're actually going to start setting up the night before to get out there nice and early.
Okay.
All right. And the next big event we're going to have is the 2021 Fright Lights Contest. This is a great opportunity for our citizens to show off their decorating skills in the yard for Halloween. So the contest runs from the 1st of October. You can sign your neighbors up or nominate your neighbors from the 1st of October until the 24th, and they're actually going to go around on the 25th. Staff will drive around that evening, drive past every house that was nominated, and then from 6 to 10 p.m., and they will judge the house on 6 different categories. So if you're interested in nominating your neighbor, then you can go online at parksandrec@trophyclub.org, and you can sign up there. The 6 different categories are Best Decorated Pumpkin, Best Use of Animation, the Creepiest Skeleton Award, the Judge's Favorite, Monster Mash, and the Scariest House. So staff always looks forward to driving around. I know lots of people in town look forward to driving around and getting to see all the decorations and enjoy seeing the kids out on Halloween. So we're looking forward to this.
I know a couple houses on my street have gotten a head start, and they're always pretty spectacular. So the judging is on the 25th
That's right.
from 6
to 10 p.m.
And then winners will be announced
I don't have that actually, so we'll get the
the
following day
26th.
on the 26th.
Okay. Are there prizes?
It's bragging rights
Fame,
more than
bragging
anything else,
rights?
and you'll get a little trinket from Parks and Rec.
Okay, a little swag there.
Yeah.
I think Jill got some new swag in, so. Excellent. That's always a fun time. I know our community has a great Halloween. We get lots of visitors, and be sure everyone to review our safety tips. Those might be online as well. Little Halloween safety. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and plug it now since we're talking about Halloween. We'll also have the fire department is doing a special event at their fire station on Halloween, where you have a drive-through so that you can drive through the bay in your vehicle and pick up candy for the kids and some glow-in-the-dark necklaces to make your kids a little safer. And then PD, as usual, will be out and about shaking hands and kissing babies, so to speak, as not if they're not wanted. But we'll be handing out
all consensual.
yeah. So fire department's handing out red glow necklaces. Police department will be handing out blue glow necklaces. So we like to see a little contest between the two to see who can get the most followers. So we're excited about that too. And it makes our children safer in the streets.
And I do believe we have an open house as well at the fire department.
No, ma'am, I believe that got
that's not.
canceled.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sign still up.
Is the sign up? This week 10 to 2. This week 10 to 2. There I go.
So it is.
I was corrected. Sorry.
What day? This Saturday, 10 to 2, open house at our fire department. So make sure you check that out. Any other things? We have our parade, the homecoming parade.
That'll be on the next, yeah.
That's on the next one, next
Yes, ma'am.
meeting. I'm already jumping ahead. I'm so excited about the parade. I'm already talking about it now. Okay, thank you,
You're
Mr.
totally
Carroll.
ignoring your.
And
Great.
Mr. Councilman Mauger.
I wanted two things. First, I wanted to just reiterate for Councilmember Lamont, it's an unfair advantage for you to sit out front of your house during the judging for the Halloween display. I wanted to remind everybody that it's getting dark earlier now, and nobody is wearing reflector stuff out there. So when you're talking about the glow necklaces, I've been seeing a lot of people out walking dogs, jogging at night, wearing black. And those little glow-in-the-dark things on your sneakers don't cut it. So somebody's going to get nailed on the street soon. Everybody needs to wear some sort of reflective material. That's it.
Just going to wait until the end. You'll have more impact if you wait till the end. So, like Councilman Margar said, be careful at night, wear some reflective clothing so you don't get run over, and please, when you're driving, be cognizant of that and watch out for your neighbors, and make sure you pay attention at our flashing crosswalks. If they're flashing, whether you think someone's there or not, just stop and make sure, because sometimes the kids they hit it at the last minute and they won't look, and it could be a disaster. I've seen that happen a couple times this week, so just be cognizant when you're driving, and be careful at night, as Mr. Margar said. On to our proclamations. We have the proclamation of the Trophy Club Town Council supporting the month of October as Fire Prevention Month in Trophy Club, number 2021-26. Whereas the Town of Trophy Club, Texas is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living in and visiting, and whereas U.S. fire departments responded to 490,500 fires in 2020, according to the National Fire Protection Association, and whereas U.S. home fires resulted in 2,730 civilian deaths in 2020, representing majority of 78% of all U.S. fire deaths, and whereas newer homes are built with materials that burn faster than older home constructions, and many of today's products and furnishings produce toxic gases and smoke when burned, making it impossible to see or breathe within moments. And whereas these conditions contribute to a smaller time frame for people to escape a home fire safely, having as little as 1 to 2 minutes to escape from the time the smoke alarm sounds. Did everyone hear that? From the time you hear your smoke alarm, sometimes you'll have 1 to 2 minutes to be safe. So that's very important. Whereas a home fire escape plan should be developed by all members of the household and should include a quick and safe escape with 2 exits from every room if possible, smoke alarms in all required locations, and a meeting place outside for all to meet upon exiting. And whereas the Town of Trophy Club's first responders are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention and protection education, and whereas the Town of Trophy Club Fire Department will host an open house and invites residents to stop in October 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the fire station, and whereas the 2021 Fire Prevention Month theme, Learn the Sounds of Fire Safety, serves to educate the public about the vital importance of developing a home fire escape plan and practicing it twice a year. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Alicia Fleury, in conjunction with the Trophy Club Town Council, do hereby proclaim October as Fire Prevention Month. I'd like to make a motion to approve the proclamation as read.
Second.
I have a second by Councilman Sheridan. All in favor? Any opposed? It's unanimous. It passes. I think at the end, we'll go to the podium at the end. Okay. So y'all hang out. Our next proclamation is a proclamation of the Trophy Club Town Council supporting the month of October as National Bullying Prevention Awareness Month in Trophy Club, number 2021-27. Whereas bullying is the repeated physical, verbal, sexual, and/or emotional harm or intimidation intentionally directed at a person or a group of people, and whereas bullying occurs in neighborhoods, playgrounds, schools, and through the use of technology, and whereas bullying is the most common form of violence affecting millions of U.S. children and adolescents, with 46% of students in grades 6 through 12 having experienced bullying, approximately 30% of students admitting to bullying others, and 71% of youngsters saying they have seen bullying in their schools. And whereas children who bully are at a greater risk of engaging in serious and violent behaviors, while children who witness bullying often feel less secure, fearful, and intimidated. And whereas researchers and child psychologists believe educating our children while they are young helps them cope with adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, and significant sources of stress and anxiety, and whereas studies show adults can help prevent bullying by talking about bullying, modeling kindness, respect, and encouraging children to seek help when they and or others are involved in bullying. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Alicia Fleury, in conjunction with the Trophy Club Town Council, do hereby proclaim October as National Bullying Prevention Awareness Month. I'd like to approve the proclamation as read. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Councilman Monger. All in favor? Any opposed? It's unanimous. Motion carries. Proclamation 2021-28, a proclamation of the Trophy Club Town Council supporting October 2021 as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Trophy Club and providing an effective date. Whereas for the past 41 years, Denton County Friends of the Family has provided compassionate, comprehensive services to those impacted by rape, sexual abuse, and domestic violence in the Denton community, while partnering with the community to promote safety, hope, healing, justice, and prevention. And whereas by working together, shelters, affiliated programs, municipalities, and concerned individuals can change social attitudes about and the response to intimate partner violence. And whereas all persons have the right to live without fear, abuse, or compression. And whereas 1 in 3 Texans will experience domestic violence in their lifetimes. And whereas Denton County Friends of the Family received 2,974 crisis calls from victims of domestic violence and provided 9,412 days of emergency shelter to women and children in the past year. And whereas the Denton County Friends of the Family individuals in groups with over 14,000 hours of volunteer services through counseling, advocacy, case management, and support services, and whereas domestic violence is not confined to any specific group of people, but affects people of all races, all backgrounds, all economic levels, all education levels, all family structures, ages, and religions. Whereas the crime of domestic violence violates members of our community's privacy, dignity, security, and humanity in the form of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, religious, and economic abuse, and whereas advocates, professionals, volunteers, and community members concerned with domestic violence will devote the month of October to raising awareness about the causes, interventions, and prevention of this devastating crime. Now, therefore, I am Mayor Alicia L. Fleury, in conjunction with the Trophy Club Town Council, do hereby proclaim October 2021 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I'd like to approve the proclamation as read. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Sheridan. All in favor? Any opposed? It's unanimous.
Would you like me to read the
Motion
last one for you?
carries. Sure. Would you like to? Thank you.
Your voice is getting kind of dry there.
Yeah, thank you.
Proclamation 2021-29, Town of Trophy Club, Texas. Whereas October 28th has been designated as Honoring the Nation's First Responders Day, and whereas an estimated 2.1 million career and volunteer firefighters, police, emergency medical technicians, and paramedic workers serve communities all across the nation, and whereas courageous and dedicated men and women work to protect and aid the public during emergencies as both professional and volunteer first responders, and whereas first responders are ready to aid the people of Trophy Club, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, risking their own safety to protect our citizens. And whereas first responders undergo extensive education, training, and make significant personal sacrifices in order to achieve the expertise required to respond to emergency situations. And whereas, in addition to maintaining safety and order in times of crisis, many first responders also enhance their communities as volunteers for service organizations, churches, and schools. And whereas Rotary Club International has a long history of supporting first responders through various programs and providing disaster relief, and the Trophy Club Rotary wishes to show its appreciation for all town first responders by annually recognizing a firefighter and a police officer. And whereas the Trophy Club Rotary will host a first responders event on October 23rd, 2021 at 11 a.m. at Town Center, where the police officer and firefighter of the year will be announced. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Alicia L. Fleury, in conjunction with the Trophy Club Town Council, do hereby proclaim October 28th, 2021 as First Responders Day and encourage citizens to show our first responders how much we value their service.
Thank you very much. Could I have Deputy Chief Cochran and Fire Chief Taylor at the
You want to do
podium?
the,
I'm sorry.
I motion, I make the motion that we approve this.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Sheridan and a second by Councilman Monger.
You're behind the times, Craig. Catch up.
No, he's so.
All in favor? Any opposed? It's unanimous, motion carries. Got out of my routine there.
Sorry, missed you.
We will be sending our domestic violence proclamation to our Denton County family and friends who could not be here this evening, but if you'd like to support their cause, you can find them on their website to find out ways that you can help. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for all you do.
Appreciate it.
See you
Absolutely.
at the
Thank you.
house.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we're down to our consent agenda. Items 8 through 10.
Make a motion to approve consent agenda items 8, 9, and 10.
Mayor, I'd like to remove number 9.
Okay, item 9 is removed. Do I have another motion? Approve 8 and 10.
So I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda items 8 and 10.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Councilman, or Mayor Pro Tem Lamont, and a second by Councilman Monger. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Items 8 and 10 pass. We go into individual item for 9 then.
That's him. You people.
Okay, Mr. Sheridan.
All right, on number 9 is take appropriate action to approve art ordinance 2021-23, amending section 1.05.006A, expanding the membership of the Ethics Review Commission from 3 regular members to 5 regular members and 2 alternate members for a total of 7 members to serve on the Ethics Review Commission, and amending section F, providing for a quorum of 4 commission members. The reason I asked that this be separated is there was no staff backup. There's no information over as to why we're doing this, what caused it to be done. So in the future, if we had a issue of anything, I'd like to see some reasoning, some backup for it. And that's my question. Why are we doing it?
Okay, so Mr. Carroll, can you please answer
Sure.
Councilman Sheridan's question?
Councilmember Sheridan, in the past, we did not ever use a staff report for a council item, a council requested item. But after talking to you today, we can throw together a staff report. It shouldn't be an issue, even if it's a couple of sentences to explain kind of what's
The
going on.
terminology staff report maybe, but backup information as to what's going on.
Right,
Yeah.
I understand. And the staff report that's what that's used for,
Sure.
right? It's a staff report that gives you the background on the information. So
Okay.
we can make sure the staff report is in there for all council items as well.
Okay. And since 1.05.006F is also being changed, should that be up in the heading along with the little a? These issues could be, minor, but it's an explanation.
It is in the heading of the ordinance itself.
Okay, I see on the second line, 105.006A, where's F? And amending F, okay, you got it. All right, thank you.
It is listed.
Sure. Okay, and why are we doing it?
I'll answer that. The subcommittee spoke about it, and I think a review board of just 3 is a little too narrow. So we decided that it's in the best interest of council, staff, that it be expanded to 5.
To make
with
it
2
more
alternates.
consistent with
Okay,
every other board
Fine.
and commission.
That's all I wanted to know is what the
And
reasoning was.
The other thing I would once again say, because we do this all the time, that these questions can be answered in advance rather than torpedo the town attorney. or the
I'm not
town-
trying to torpedo the town attorney, but I am trying to
Well-
be very transparent to the citizens who look at these agenda packages.
That's not the question. The question is so that they're prepared to answer the question at the dais.
Yeah, and
Okay.
normally, it was an item brought forth by council members, so they don't prepare staff reports for council members. They prepare staff reports for staff items,
Mhm.
but he's going to go ahead and do that at your request. But again, we
Yes.
would be happy to speak about this in the
Well,
board
then,
meeting and
it's
then
on-
bring it up. in-
Okay.
It's not an
It
issue
should
at
not be
all.
on a consent agenda if there's no.
Okay,
if-
that, we're done with
Okay,
this,
thank you.
discussing this.
And I
Are we
will,
ready to
I
vote
will
on
give
this?
Mr. Sheridan credit. He did call me earlier this afternoon,
Yeah.
and we did chat about this, so.
Okay, item number 9, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve. Item
Do I
number
have a
9.
second?
Second.
I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Lamont and a second by Councilman Monger. All in favor? 4. Any opposed? 1. Motion carries. Individual items, Mr. Carroll. Future agenda items list.
Okay, the only agenda item that we have left on tonight is the future agenda items list. There's a couple of updates I'd like to go over with everyone. If you look at the list, the first one is regarding the entryway monumentation landscaping. I have an appointment with a landscape architect this week on Wednesday. We're going to walk all the entrances together, and we should start getting the bids together here shortly, and hopefully sometime in December, January at the latest, we'll start having some bids rolling in, so we're looking forward to that, and we'll get those before council. Number 2, the development of the strategic plan. We've got a lot of conflicts that have come up in November and December with the election of new council members. We need to do a new council member orientation. We'd like to have the opportunity to get the new council members down to Austin for the TML new council member class as well. And so once all that gets done, we would like to push this, I mean, as close as we are to the holiday dates, and the more conflicts we're going to have between staff and council, we just feel like it's better to just leave the same original January retreat. That's our annual retreat, and we'll just discuss all of this at our January retreat, which would be the mission vision, revisiting mission vision, and then just having our normal January retreat over the strategic management aspect of the next several years.
Do you remember the day on that retreat?
We haven't got it scheduled yet. I want to wait until after November the 11th, once we get our new council members, and then we can get that date scheduled. Any questions on that item? I know that's a new. Okay, number 3, modifying the existing Veterans Memorial. We've talked to a landscape architect there as well, and we've gotten some feedback from him on the height of the monument that we would like to put. I'm working with a group of veterans, Mr. Monger, Mr. Sheridan, and Jim Perro, as well as Tony Jaramillo and myself, and Anita is doing a great job of getting us a lot of background research completed for that. So we hope to have some pricing. We're down to the point where we're working on pricing and the exacts of what we want the monument to look like. So we hope to have that in the coming months as well.
And can we add on that, just the reason we're doing that
Sure.
is because we don't have a Space Force in the branches of service. So to be equitable, all branches of service, we have to put Space Force in, which means POW MIA has to move. So we're looking at a new location for a POW MIA monument.
That's correct.
Yes.
And we're also going to change some landscaping. We have some issues where right now, currently, everyone has to walk all the way down to the street to walk up the main sidewalk. So Tony and his crew, they're working on some adding a cut-through sidewalk there to get to the park a little easier, and adding a handicap-accessible ramp as well. So we're excited about the changes. We think it'll look real good.
One of the things I talked to the group about is the parking places right next to the Veteran Memorial should be no overnight parking, because people going to the memorial can't park there because residents park their cars there long-term. So other parking places, use them, just get away from the Veteran Memorial.
Okay.
And don't use back.
Yeah.
Don't use back. Okay, we're down to number 4, reevaluate the total fiduciary need for the police department's drug enforcement. That was put on several months ago. We're scheduled, and we're still on schedule to talk about that next meeting on the 25th. We did have some good news come about for that, and I'll get some more information to you guys later this week. But at the TML conference where the mayor and Mr. Sheridan and I were, we just found out about a $29,000 that we were received towards drug enforcement through a fentanyl seizure. So we're going to receive $29,000. So that's going to able to offset some of that $200,000 that we have already slated for drug enforcement. So I'm working with Chief Arata, and we'll get some more details on that to you guys. But we're excited about a change that we've just seen. So it's good. The last 2, number 5 and number 6, the street maintenance sales tax reauthorization. We also talked about the possible CCPD sales tax reauthorization in the May election. We're still on target for those things to happen in the spring. And that's all I have. If you have anything that you would like to add to the future agenda, we'll take care of that now.
Anyone? No? Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Item number 12, executive session. Pursuant to the following section of the Texas Government Code, annotated Chapter 551 of the Texas Open Meetings Act, Section 551.074, Personnel Matters. Discussion on interviews conducted for the Ethics Review Commission and designation of chairs for various boards. The time is now 7:40 PM, and we are convening into executive session.
glorious and free.
I like it.
Are we all back?
We stand on stand on.
Time is 7:50. We're reconvening back into regular session for item 13, take appropriate action on the executive session, Resolution 2021-13, repealing Section E Ethics Review Commission of Resolution 2021-12, appointing reaffirming members and designating chairs for the boards and commissions. Do I have a motion?
Two motions. First motion, I make a motion to approve Resolution 2021-13, repealing Section E Ethics Review Commission of Resolution 2021-12 to appoint 7 members to the Ethics Review Commission as follows: Lori Branson, Dana Kaiser, Mark Colozzi, James Isherwood, Richard Ryan, Andrew Borgen, and Julie Strong.
Second.
I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Lamont and a second by Councilman Munger. All in favor? Any opposed? Unanimous, it passes. Next.
Make a motion to appoint and reaffirm designating chairs for the boards and commissions as authorized, and a vice chair for Planning and Zoning Commission as follows: Animal Shelter Board, Susan Estrom; Building Standards Commission, Nick Sanders; Crime Control and Prevention, they will appoint their chair. Economic Development 4B will appoint their chair. Ethics Commission appoints their chair. Parks and Rec, Dean Murray. Planning and Zoning Commission, Ryland Rowe as chair and Michael Briggs as vice chair. Tax Income Reinvestment Zone Number 1, Travis Inge. ZBA, that's the Zoning Board of Adjustments, Nick Sanders.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Lamont, a second by Councilman Munger. All in favor? Any opposed? It's unanimous. Motion carries. Special thank you to Marco's Pizza, Dakota and Clayton. The pizza was delicious, so thank you very much. And we are adjourned at 7:52.